If you're watching this, never stay at the Morrow Inn. I don't know what day it is anymore. I haven't seen the sun in what feels like weeks, even though I just checked in last night. The front desk clerk said something I'll never forget. "Time doesn't pass here, sir. It folds." And now the exit is gone. I'm trapped in a hotel that doesn't exist. Not in this timeline. Not in this world. Somewhere in Nevada, or maybe Utah. My GPS went dark. No signal, no roads, just empty desert. And then, this place. A single neon vacancy sign blinking on and off, like it was waiting for me. The air was still, too still. No crickets, no wind. Even my headlights seemed to dim as I pulled into the lot. Inside, the hotel smelled like old paper and rain. The lobby clock was stuck at 3:11. The front desk clerk gave me a polite, motionless smile. "Welcome to the Morrow Inn, Mr. Reyes. You'll be in room 13. Please don't open your windows after midnight." Room 13? Most hotels skip that number. That should have been my first clue. It was cold, like it had just come out of a freezer. When I opened the door to room 13, I swear I felt the hallway behind me twist. The room was wrong, too big, too quiet. Everything just slightly out of proportion. The mirror reflected the furniture, but not me. I blinked. The mirror blinked. A second later, and then I heard it. A whisper right behind my ear. "You shouldn't have come here." I spun around. No one. But the door clicked shut, slowly. Out. My phone was still dead. The room clock was ticking backward. I stepped into the hallway and somehow ended up back in the lobby. Same woman was checking in. Same conversation. Same fake smile. Word for word. What the hell was happening? Time here doesn't move, it loops, or maybe it resets. To ground myself. Started taking photos. Everything, everyone, every hallway. When I checked my camera later, I wasn't in a single one. The clerk was there, the furniture, even the weird hallway reflections, but not me, like I was already gone. Met someone, an old man in the elevator, pale, eyes like he hadn't slept in years, clothes from the 1950s. He leaned in, whispered, "If you're still real, don't drink the water. That's how it starts. You'll forget where you came from." I asked who he was, but he just smiled. Sadly, the elevator doors opened. I stepped out, back into room 13. When I knew, this wasn't just a haunted hotel. This was a trap, a loop, a test. I found a door behind the vending machines. Concrete stairs, steep and cold. At the bottom, a room, covered in ID cards, photos of other guests, notes scrawled in red ink. "Don't trust room 13. Only one exit. Forget her name." On a flickering monitor, I saw myself, sleeping, live feed, real time. But I wasn't asleep. Unless I never woke up. And I found the old guest registry behind the front desk, covered in dust. My name was there, Nathan Reyes. Check-in date, November 12th, 1961. I was born in 1996. Then, a knock from inside the closet, in my room. I opened it, and standing there was me, pale, rotting, eyes wide, mouth slightly open. My own voice whispered, "You didn't leave last time either." We started to shift, doors warped, hallways twisted into themselves. I opened one and saw a classroom, another, a funeral, another, my ex's apartment burning. I screamed, but no sound came out, only backwards echoes. This place wasn't haunted, it was collapsing, or maybe my mind was. Saw it. A red door, no number on it, a sign above it that says, "Exit, one time only." I opened it, and on the other side was home, my apartment. The same crooked lamp, the same stain on the rug, my camera. I was back. I exhaled, relief pouring out of me. Then I saw it, a small plaque on my living room wall. Welcome to the Morrow Inn, room 13. Last night, the sky turned violet. Not the soft kind, not sunset. I mean raw purple, like bruised flesh, like the sky had been beaten in. And this morning, everyone was gone. Doors left open, cars idling, meals still warm, but no people, just me, and a feeling in the air, like the sky was breathing. It's been 13 hours. I don't think I'm supposed to be here either. But if I don't speak now, I'm afraid I'll forget who I am. My name is Caleb. I live in Larch Pines, a nowhere town surrounded by forest, 1,500 people tops. I woke up to silence. Not quite. Absolute silence. No birds, no wind, no hum of traffic. The kind of silence that makes your ears ring. I walked down Main Street. Empty. The bakery still had steam fogging the windows. Someone had just pulled fresh bread from the oven. A stroller sat in the crosswalk. No baby. My voice echoed when I whispered, "Hello?" And the echo didn't come back. This has to be a dream, I told myself. Sleepwalking, hallucination, some messed up, lucid nightmares. I slapped my face. Nothing changed. Then I looked up. The sky. It was shifting, slow but constant, like liquid oil bleeding through clouds. Colors I don't have words for. Not purple anymore. Not blue. Something deeper vibrating behind my eyes. I tried to record it. My phone just showed static. Then it started showing me. Not now, not present me, future me. Standing in the woods, smiling, bleeding from the eyes. I ran home, locked the doors, turned on the radio, static, except between stations. I heard a voice, my own voice. It was saying, "Don't look at the sky. It sees you back." I unplugged it. Then came the knock. I ran to the door, hopeful, but no one was there. Just a mirror leaning against the porch, one I'd never seen before. When I looked into it, I didn't see myself. I saw everyone else in town, just standing still, frozen in some endless dark, eyes wide like they were watching something behind me. I drove, fast, desperate. Every street twisted back into itself. I passed the same tree 5 times. The gas station was open, lights flickering, but inside, no one. Then the security monitors flashed. I saw myself again, but this time I was whispering into a camera, and behind me a tall figure, faceless, stood just out of focus. On the screen, I watched it place a hand on my shoulder. I felt the pressure in real life. I turned. No one. I started to laugh or cry. I couldn't tell the difference anymore. What if I was never real? What if this whole town is inside something else's mind? I started seeing symbols, carved into the pavement, hidden in trees, bleeding through street signs. They pulsed when I looked too long. My thoughts got heavy. I found my high school, classrooms completely intact. On the chalkboard in my own handwriting, "You stayed too long. The sky is rewriting you." Then I heard humming all around me from nowhere, from inside my skull. I made it to the woods, just like in the vision. I thought maybe if I could outrun the town's border, I could escape this loop. But the farther I ran, the more familiar everything looked. I saw myself again, a duplicate version of me, standing in the trees, identical clothes, same cuts on my hands. He looked at me and whispered, "You're the echo. I'm the real one." Then the sky above him split open. A giant eye blinked once. Everything turned silent again, and the duplicate vanished. I'm back in town now. Still no people, just me. But I think something's wearing my skin now. I see myself in windows I walk past, doing things I'm not doing, smiling when I'm not. I think I left my body when the sky changed, and something else climbed in. This is my last recording. If you hear this, don't come looking. The town doesn't want to be found, and the sky isn't a sky anymore. I never believed in ghosts or voices in the dark, but that night, deep in the forest, something broke through the silence. I heard my name, soft, almost like a whisper, but unmistakable. Not carried by the wind, no. It was right behind me, barely breathing, impossible to ignore. My heart slammed in my chest. I wanted to run, but my feet were rooted to the ground. I told myself it was just my mind playing tricks, the shadows twisting into sound, but the forest kept calling. It knew my name, and against every warning I answered. I was out there alone. Stupid, I know. I needed space. A weekend off-grid, away from people, deadlines, noise. I found a spot online. Secluded hunter's cabin, deep in state land. Cheap, barely listed, perfect. Except the guy who rented it to me wouldn't meet in person. Left the keys under a stone. No reception. That should have been the first red flag. I hiked for hours to get there. Sun was already sinking. The cabin looked worse than the photos, like it hadn't been lived in for years. Wood warped, windows broken, the smell of mold baked into the walls. But the inside was worse. Scratches on the floor, like something had clawed through the boards. A mirror hung crooked in the hallway, smeared, cracked, with a faint message written in some dry, dark substance. You are not. I wiped at it, but the message wouldn't come off. That night I couldn't sleep. Every creak of the old wood sounded like footsteps. Around 2 a.m., I heard it again. My name, whispered from inside the walls. I sat up in bed, heart racing. Hello, I called out. No response, just silence, thick as oil. Then, a sound, scraping, from the floorboards beneath me. I found a trap door beneath the rug, small, hidden, rusted metal ring. It creaked when I pulled it open. Cold air rushed out, smelling of earth and rot. I pointed my flashlight down. A ladder, dirt walls. At the bottom, a room, cramped, claustrophobic. There were symbols carved into the walls, old symbols, hundreds of them, scratched deep like someone had done it frantically. And in the center, a mirror, just like the one upstairs. But this one was different. It showed my face, but I wasn't moving. My reflection smiled. I didn't. It lifted its hand. I didn't. Then it leaned forward and whispered, "You're not supposed to be here." I stumbled back, hit the wall, flashlight skittering across the dirt. When I looked again, the mirror was empty, just black, and behind me, I heard breathing. I scrambled up the ladder and slammed the hatch shut. My hands were shaking so hard I could barely grip the lock. The house was different, colder. The walls looked closer, like they were leaning in. I looked at the hallway mirror again. The message was gone, but my reflection was still smiling. I ran, out the door, into the forest. I didn't stop until I hit the old dirt road where I parked. Drove straight to a gas station 20 miles away. The clerk gave me a weird look when I stumbled in, asking for a phone. "You okay, man?" he asked. I nodded, but when I looked at the security mirror above the counter, I wasn't there. I thought maybe it was shock. Maybe I'd imagined it all. But that night, back home, my phone buzzed at 3:17 a.m. No number. Just a message. "Come back." I deleted it. It appeared again. This time it read, "We're still inside." And then I saw the photo. One I didn't take. A picture of me, standing in the forest, smiling, except I was asleep, in bed. I checked the metadata. It was taken just minutes ago. The forest called my name, and now it wears my face. If you're hearing this, then maybe the forest hasn't taken you yet, but it remembers. It always remembers who listens. If you want to hear what it whispers next, like the video, subscribe, because some stories don't stay buried for long.